Yo, what is up YouTube? I'm back with another EVOMON video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to become a pro. So, first things first, level means a lot in this game. If you aren't the right level, you can't get the right Ascension, and if you guys know what Ascension is, basically it's like the cap of your EVOMON slash level slash the things that you can do, like, properly. Examples are I'm Ascension 6, which is the highest that you can get right now, and the max level is 70, meaning my EVOMONs can get up to level 180. So that's the highest you can get at the moment until the game updates. But obviously, if you are just starting off, you're probably level 0, just doing whatever. I think the max for you guys is probably like level 30, maybe I think level 60. I think it's level 60, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so Ascension levels are pretty easy. When you have met the requirements of the first like little area of Ascension, then it'll start giving you repeatable quests. So with that being said, quests are super important when you just start off the game. Lillian quest right here, this person right here, she's going to be on every single island, and you want to find her on every single island before you do anything on the island, because you will sometimes passively complete the quest without having to actively go out and do it like yourself. So with that being said, she gives you a one-time player EXP like type of quest. The other quests are kind of useless. You don't really need to do them unless you want like miscellaneous quests, like, you know, catch 50 EVOMONs and stuff like that. But yeah, so I see that they have upgraded them quite a bit. So some of them actually do give you player EXP now, but that's, you know, you have to work a little bit for that. But yeah, so another thing with player EXP is there is no way to really AFK it. You kind of just have to play the game and just do that actively. Next up on the list is free rewards. So a lot of people are missing out on free rewards in the game. So when you just start off the game, the best thing for right now, before they take it away, is the fact that we have 2 battle passes. So I want to say you try to take advantage of this now, because if you are like obviously playing the game, you will passively get these like quests. Like you'll get the points to complete your daily quests and stuff like that, and it'll go to your battle pass and you'll get passive rewards, as you can see here. Because we have 2 battle passes, you will like eventually start completing these quests, and they will go to the battle pass, and then you can get a bunch of free rewards. So you're basically getting double the free rewards. And on top of that, there are chests hiding on every single island. I think it's about like 3 chests on each island. They kind of go from blue rarity to like legendary rarity. I don't think there's another rarity other than the blue and orange, just yellow. So yeah. So with that being said, free rewards also come from leveling your character up. Whether you have the premium or not, you still get some type of free rewards. That also comes with the invite player rewards. A lot of people were asking me how I had the other starters, which I do recommend you start off with the water type starter, because it basically helps you clear out the first 3 islands pretty easily. But yeah, so I have all of these completed. Basically, when you invite at least 5 people, you'll get both of the starters as you go on. With that being said, I think that is pretty much majority of the free rewards. I will go ahead and talk about main city in a bit, but you will have to wait for that coming like later in the video. But yeah, so another thing we're going to talk about is type advantage. So if you really want to play the game and get good at it, you have to understand that there is something called type advantage. Examples are like fire, water, and grass. It's kind of like rock, paper, scissors in a way. A lot of people already know this. It's pretty general knowledge if you've played any type of Pokemon game. Basically, fire is good against grass, grass is good against water, water is good against fire. You see how it's like a triangle, you know what I mean? So kind of like that, whereas each EVOMON has their distinct element to them. Some of them have 2. So with that being said, moves also have those same effects, meaning like, oh, I have lightning, so I'd be better against a water type, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be having like that extra damage. So that's what you call having like a super effective move, or like a type advantage, you know what I mean? So that's kind of what that all means. But yeah, so another way to kind of understand the game is EXP. A lot of people have trouble EXP farming their guys because they're doing things wrong. So let's go ahead and go over here. I would recommend you first off find an area you can farm, like the highest leveled area you can farm, and basically just try to beat the monsters there. And passively, you will get EXP to all of your guys. Obviously, the guy who's actually killing them in first slot will end up getting more EXP because they're the one actually, like, you know, dealing the final blow. But yeah, so I would recommend that you, like, you can do this at any time of the game, honestly, like just whenever you want to. Catch a bunch of EVOMONs that you don't really care for, put them on your team, and have one guy who you know can beat the rest of the EVOMONs, like the highest level EVOMONs you can beat, and then basically level those guys up and to the point where you can put them back into your inventory and then end up releasing them for however much levels you farmed them for, basically. So this guy's like example level 71, right? If I were to like release him, it would give me 51 legendary stars, EXP stuff. So that's how a lot of people like level up their guys. Example, like me, I level up all my guys using that same technique. I think I have probably a good bit. Yeah, I have 2.59,000 large EXP fruits just by using this tactic alone. I go into more in depth with my other videos if you wanted to check those out. But yeah, that's kind of just the basic concept of the EXP farming fruits. So yeah, another thing is challenges. So over here in the second island, I believe, yes, second island, you unlock challenges. Over here, this is where you can farm EXP levels, etc., but you do need tickets, just FYI. So yeah, obviously some of them do need level, like specific levels, because the higher level you are, the more EXP you'll end up getting, and the more stuff you'll end up getting. Like, look how much, like, I'll get 40 large EXP fruits just from beating this one challenge. So yeah, it's another good way to just get EXP and just overall farm your character level and your EVOMON level. So yeah, I highly recommend doing that if you aren't really doing anything else. Now, the lava crag. If you guys don't know, there is something known as suits. Now, you can either go here, or you just do the easy way and just go to your character and go to here. In my opinion, the only suits that you would really like want to go for is the Monster Hunter. EVOMON EXP from battles plus 10%, capture success rate plus 15%. This is the one that a lot of people use to farm with, because right now there isn't another suit that's, you know, is really good at farming. Like farming as in, like, you know, leveling up your character, doing all this, doing all that. Another really good one is Elemental Mage, as Elemental Mage is one of the best, I think, like for damage in the game, just because over here, if you had a champion, all skill damage plus 11% is very good. However, if you have a bunch of EVOMONs who are just like different types, then you can get up to like 20% extra skill damage or something like that. So yeah, that's why a lot of people use Elemental Mage. Some of them settle for champion because sometimes you do have to have the same types on your team, and that significantly reduces the effects of the Elemental Mage. But yeah, so suits are very, very important, I would say, because they are just that extra oomph, you know what I mean? They're that extra bit of like help that you will need going throughout the game. It's really useful, and it does take a good bit of money, but we will be talking about money right now, actually. Here, let me switch to my elemental, or actually, I'll go to Monster Hunter. So, with money coming into the lines, Summon Ruins is the best area to farm money. Now, obviously there are 3 different Summon Ruins. You can do any of them at any time. You just won't have access to the shops. Now, the exchange merchants are very, very good. I really recommend utilizing them to the best, or to your capabilities, because if you just farm a bunch of high-level bosses, you get a bunch of these these little points that you can use at the shops for every single island. Now, every single island, their shops get better and better, so do be warned. The bosses also get like infinitely stronger as well. But yeah, this is the best place to farm money. You do need a farm for these tickets. As far as I know, you can only get these tickets from like just randomly catching monsters, or like as an achievement or reward for like a quest, or beating one of the tower levels. So yeah, those are the only ways from my knowledge to actually getting those tickets. But obviously I AFK farm quite a bit, like just beating monsters, catching monsters, etc. So I have a crap ton of tickets just from doing that. And if you are interested in AFK farming, I have a video on that as well, if you want to check that out on my channel. And if you guys are enjoying my EVOMON content, please let me know down in the comments below. And, you know, leave a like and subscribe if you, like, are really enjoying it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, now that we are talking about these summon ruins, we want to go ahead and move up the area. To be more specific, by the way, the summon ruins number 2 gives you about 1,000 coins each boss you kill. So yeah, just letting you know that. Once you make it to these silent sands, this is level 40. So once you get to level 40, you unlock something known as the equipment dungeon. Now this, you can farm however long you want to. Having these tickets make it so that you are guaranteed a legendary or mythic item when you beat it. The different zones basically mean they mean like what kind of items you can get. So these, I wouldn't really recommend farming them too crazy until you, unless you are trying to get up in the tower or do PvP, because this is basically like making your monsters even stronger, you know what I'm saying? So I have the Blossom Sea Spirit Stag set. Basically, I have all 3 of these from the same set, giving me the ability to restore my EVOMON's HP whenever I'm not using an attacking move. So yeah. So with that being said, it infinitely makes my guy way stronger than the normal Boltonia. So that's why my guy will have increased stats compared to like whatever guy you're using. You know what I mean? So yeah. On top of that, let's go ahead and actually talk about skills. So you can teach your EVOMON skills that your EVOMON doesn't naturally learn. If you click this little eye, you can actually see all the stuff they can learn. I can learn fighting type, even though my guy's a thunder type, like, you know, water, grass, water, you know what I'm saying, like a bunch of stuff. But you do need to unlock these, which it comes down to the summon ruins. Summon ruins 2 can get up to a legendary crate, skill cache. So once you beat the boss, you have a chance to get a legendary skill, epic skill, or a rare skill. Now, to get a mythic skill, you would have to get to the summon ruins 3. So these bosses over here are the only ones, or the only ways you can get a mythic skill crate, unless you get, I believe there's one reward in the tower that gives you a mythic skill crate. But yeah, so that kind of just has to do with whether you want to grind that out or not, whether you want a specific move or not. I really recommend only doing this when you are doing PvP, because you don't really need like other skills on your guy too often, unless you're like obviously doing PvP, which is player versus player, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but let's go ahead and actually start talking about like the area of PvP. So like I said, with the equipment and everything else, there is optimizing your EVOMON, basically making him as strong as he possibly can be with what you are given. So there's a nature, trait, and a talent. So the triple S basically means how much they can add to their base stats. So these are their base stats, basically whatever they spawn with, you know what I mean? So that's like their base. These are added on, so think of it like putting foundation on like a base, you know what I'm saying? So basically, because I'm a triple S, I can add 15, but if I was like a regular S rank, I can only add 12, I believe. Yes, 12. So triple S is the highest you can go. There is no double S, just to let you guys know. So with that being said, Shiny plays a big part as well. Basically, Shiny gives your guys an extra +2 to all of their stats. That's why when you are in PvP, majority of the time, you're going against a monster who is Shiny. Another thing is their traits. Every EVOMON has a unique legendary trait that you can get for them and basically make them infinitely stronger. Some of them, it doesn't really matter if you get the legendary trait, but then others, basically, like, they rely on their special trait. Examples are like Frostelli. With open support, it gives me a +1 priority, making her like just like triple her like regular advantages. And like you saw on my screen that just popped up, there is sometimes a random merchant that can spawn on an island. I didn't quite catch that. I think it said Rocky Ridge. Yes, Rocky Ridge. So there's a traveling merchant that comes by, and you do need to pay coins for this, just to let you know. Sometimes you can get evolution stones, sometimes you get a bunch of medium EXP fruits, sometimes you even get a skill cache. I would recommend buying the refined stones if you ever see them, just because refined stones are a little bit annoying to actually obtain, as the only way to obtain them is by like selling your equipment that you earned. Obviously these purple ones are only cost, like they only cost 1. I believe these are like 5, and I think mythics are like 10 or something like that. But yeah, so that's the only way to get refined stones from my knowledge. But now that we've talked about the optimization of the whole EVOMON type of situation, I really do recommend doing this only when you are like gonna like attend PvP or try the tower. I really do recommend doing both, honestly, because it's really interactive and fun, and on top of that it gives you a whole new outlook on the game, and it gives you more competitive vibe. But you know, like I said, up to you. So once you are in the main city, you can do daily challenges over here, like the EXP and the equipment dungeon that I was talking about. Over here, this was the old skill exchange. If you really wanted to talk to her, you can, but you can do all of this like by yourself. You don't really need to go to her anymore. Now there's also a raid area right here that gives you a buttload of rewards as well. These are the potential rewards, the Apex medals, basically the only way to kind of get the currency for this battle pass. Over here is where you can actually fight the world boss, which I think the max damage is like 4 million or something. You can get a mythic skill cache, legendary skill cache, epic skill cache, and a whole bunch of other rewards if you hit a certain amount of damage on him. So yeah, definitely something to like really pay attention to. And this world boss, I think he resets like every day or something like that. I could be wrong on that, but yeah, he's also just basically free rewards. Over here is where you can actually get health potions. Health potions are very, very useful, not in PvP, but when you're climbing the tower, they are super duper useful. I'm gonna just go ahead and buy 50. Yeah, so over here is the tower ascent. Basically, if you wanted to get on leaderboard, this is the area you would go to. I see that we are still stuck on floor 200. I'm assuming this is like the max you can get at the moment, because everybody is at floor 200. I believe everybody's waiting for the next level cap upgrade. So yeah, that's definitely gonna be exciting. Because I'm pretty sure everybody's just gonna go and climb the tower. So yeah, the tower is also a very good source of rewards. As you can see, with every floor you beat, you get the, like, obviously, you know, the stuff, the free rewards. Gives you a trait reroll, sometimes give you skill caches, sometimes it just gives you a prismatic ball. You know what I mean? So it just really depends on those kind of variables. But this is a lot of the time where people come to spend their time if you are not doing anything in like the regular worlds. Over here is where you can actually go to enhance your equipment, like the equipment that you got from the level 40 dungeon over here. So from my knowledge, okay, this is where you can upgrade them, obviously, if you wanted to. This is where you can change the stats on them. And over here is where basically, you know how like these are upgraded, right? If I wanted to swap that out, I could. So example, I want this guy, this equipment to be a +9. So I would put in my +9, and it would give the +9 enhancement to this one, so that you don't end up wasting it, or like just feeling bad because you wasted the enhancements on a crappy thing. You know what I'm saying? Let's actually see if I can get this 50. Oh, bang, hit that 50-50. But yeah, so as you can see here, this is just like an upgrade area where people can, oh nice, where people can just upgrade their stuff to basically optimize their guy to the utmost that they actually can. Let's see if I can upgrade my guy just a little bit more. Maybe upgrade my speed. That'd be nice. So yeah, just like that. That's how you would upgrade and everything else. Another thing with that is Thundercliff. So some people don't actually like know. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But I know I didn't know for a little while when I started the game, was that you can bring 3 other people, so a total of 4 people, to fight the final boss. Or not the final boss, but he was the final boss of the first world. So this guy is known as Archapex, and he is a monster. Before I knew the strategy to beat him, I thought I'd have to solo him, which you can solo him, but it's much easier to bring like 3 other people to fight the guy together. If you were wondering how to solo him, I have a whole guide of doing it, but basically you need Thorn Lord, this guy. Dave 2.0. He basically is like his greatest counter, and he can beat him within like five turns, maybe 4. I mean, maybe 6 turns. I forget. But yeah, he's very, very good against Archapex. And yeah, I think this is the only boss you can bring people to help you beat it. So just, you know, just a little FYI. Another thing is PvP, something that everybody is probably trying out nowadays, but I have a little PvP tier list if you want to check that out. But I am only diamond, so there are some tweaks and some things wrong about that tier list, but it's really just something that you can dip your toes in and you already understand what's gonna, like, how the PvP system is gonna be working. So basically, if you are unfamiliar with PvP, basically I would have to get my own EVOMONs. They're all the same level because that's how PvP works, but I would recommend making them to level 150 because their ultimates do fully max out at level 150. But that's besides the point. Basically, you would grab, 5 EVOMONs of your choice to basically form a team to go against other people to see whether or not you're better than them at making a better team, or maybe you're just better at outplaying them. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you'll go against a duplicate team who are all just running meta. You're both running meta, so it comes down to who uses your EVOMONs better and who optimizes them better. So yeah. Other than that, I think I covered basically everything you need to know to be a pro in EVOMON, if I'm being honest. There's also like settings and stuff like that. Where is it? Codes. There is codes in the game. Can't seem to find them. I could be a little slow. Here, it was in settings. I'm good. Don't worry about it. Anyways, yes, there are codes in the game. As far as I know, we only have 1 code. I don't know if the other codes expire or not. I have yet to really like experiment with that, but we do only have 1 code for now until the update drops. If you guys didn't already know, the update is coming July 30th, which is a Thursday for me. Could be different for you guys, different time zone, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so Thursday for me. And with that being said, the update will also be giving us, like, the devs and everything will be giving us 10 prismatic balls. So yeah, be there or be squared, honestly. Yeah, guys, if you did make it this far into the video, I'm trying this little new thing just to see who actually watches my full videos, or at least comes at this point. If you did make it this far, let me know your favorite bag of chips. Yeah, maybe I will hear something different. Yeah, I think one of my favorites, because I don't have like a definitive favorite, is something known as fire fries. You know, look it up. I think they're pretty fire, no pun intended. But yeah, guys, if you guys did enjoy, you know, don't be afraid to leave me a like, a subscribe. Let's go ahead and shoot for 40 likes this video, you know. And if you guys are enjoying my videos, let me know down in the comments below. If I got anything wrong, missed anything, or if you guys still have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. Or if you even want me to really reply, you can check out my Discord. Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, just a little nitpick, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, hope you guys did enjoy. I will see y'all in the next video. Later!